I'll give a beautiful, easy example. I'll pull out Rami because mashallah, Rami gives very simple and succinct answers. So this easy example I'm going to give is, let's say you want to be a psychologist, okay, or a counselor, therapist, something like that, right? SubhanAllah, a lot of people are looking for therapy today. So may Allah make it easy for us.
Ameen.
But for counseling or therapy, if you go to school and you get your counselor's license, or you have a psychology or whatever degree, master's in psychology, and you want to work for a clinic, right? It's not your clinic. They're probably going to charge you, or they're probably going to pay you $30 an hour. You see a client, or a patient, you help them out, you get your $30 an hour. The business is charging the customer $60 per hour. So they're making $60 from the patient and they're paying you only half. Is the business doing all the work, or are you doing all the work? You're doing 100% of the work for 50% of the money. Whereas the business is doing 0% of the work and making 50% of the money, if not more. I've seen businesses make up to 80, 90% of the money for doing none of the work while the employee slaves away. They're dispensable, they're disposable, they're replaceable, and they're making maybe 5 to 10%. But let's just say for this, ideological fairy tale scenario, 50%. Your job is to get so good, so many, good reviews, experience, all that one day you can become the person that's self-employed. So from employee, self-employed is the first step in active income. You're still not in passive income though, so I hate to burst y'all's bubble that are getting excited, but you're just self-employed. Once you're self-employed, that $60 that you charge the patient, you keep that.
Yeah.
So there's no 30%, there's no 50% tax cut. You don't pay, you don't get a split. You are the business, so you keep 100%. Now you could do two things. You can either raise your prices when you get good enough, and these are for service-based industries, obviously, by the way, or you can work more hours. But there's gonna come a point when you cannot raise your price more. It would either be unethical or unfeasible, and the price market doesn't work, or you cannot work hours because time is a finite type of resource that we have week to week. So what do you do when you can't work more than 100 hours a week and you can't charge more than, let's say, 1,000 an hour for whatever you do? That's like the upper limit. Now you hire someone else. But let's say Anghel Psychotherapy, this company has built up so much of a reputation and they trust you so much that they know if Anghel brings another therapist to the team, they're gonna know how to get the job done. So now Anghel becomes that person that charges the patient $60 and gets this individual, this employee to work and takes 30. So now you're making 90 per hour. You're making the 60 from your own hour and you're making 30 from taking their. But you're not going to hire one person, you're going to hire a couple. Sooner or later, you're going to get to a point where your business is doing so good, you don't even have to show up. You have a team of highly trusted individuals and employees that work for you, and they're bringing you a lot of money. By the way, this is still service-based business, by the way. This is not another type of we'll talk about. Eventually, you get to a point where you're so good, Anghel Psychotherapy can become a franchise. So now you open multiple franchises. You hire managers, employers, you hire a team, they do your thing, you come in to get your paycheck every week, you take the split, you're making the most money doing the least work, right? And you are now, this is the first step of passive income, which is a business owner. Now you have the cash flow for all the hard work you've done, but you don't have to do any of the work.
That's interesting.
This might take anywhere from a few months, if Allah wills it, to decades for service-based.
Yeah, but it's a game.
You got to play it
It's
long enough.
really a game. Yeah. So, now that we have clarified, I just got to make sure I'm not playing footsies with Rami down. But now that we clarified active income, passive income, now let's talk about...
The Prophet ﷺ mentioned that the bridge between belief and disbelief is abandoning salah. If you're struggling with your salah right now, well, we got the perfect solution for you.
And that solution is the Adhan app. This cell phone, we usually have it and it's using us instead of us using it. But with the Adhan app, you can use it in perfect alignment with your life.
The Adhan app is already used by 40 million believers around the world. Why? Because it caters to your Islamic lifestyle. On top of the salat times, you get du'as, dhikr, the Islamic calendar, Ramadan calendar, suhoor and iftar times, Hajj and Umrah guide, Qibla finder, and much more for free.
So download the Adhan app now.